Alright my friends, welcome back. In the last video of this series, this is the last video, and we are going to talk about dynamic shortcuts for 3D touch. What we want to accomplish in this video is, if we press harder on the screen, on the icon, we can select share the latest photo, and it will take us to the photo and it will display the share screen, the share action activity view controller, and we can share it with Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, anything on the built-in services. Okay, so let's do this. Now notice is share latest photo. So we must know what is the latest photo, right? So I will go over the photo.script. Let's go over that. Here we go. And when we're in photo.script, I will create another function or method called static func. And for this one, we will name this configure dynamic shortcut. Configure dynamic shortcut, like that. And we'll return nothing. We just configure some of the things that is necessary for us to use dynamic shortcut. So first, let's have the if let most recent photo or latest photo is photo.download all photos. So let's say we just download in here, we just create some dummy photo, okay? Which is the function, the method right below here. Dot first. So we have the latest photo, right. And then we'll do let shortcut item equals, let shortcut typed. So we want to specify the type of the shortcut. Remember in the last video, in the shortcut, static shortcut, we also have the type. We have the title, we have the item. So let's have the same here, although we are using code. So shortcut type is a string reverse domain name io.ductran .ui table view demo .share. So we want to share this one. Let shortcut item, which is UI application shortcut item, and we specify a title, localized type, a typed. So the type here is shortcut typed. The localized title is share latest photo. This one is not localized, but for the purpose of the demo, we can just have a string there. You can use the NS string or the string localized string, okay? The localized subtitle here is we want to use most recent photo dot description, okay? Or it is caption. So the title, the localized subtitle is this one, okay? So you see the lorem ipsum dollar something over here, the subtitle. Then we want to have that as our description. So we know maybe in your app you want to do like, hey, this is beautiful, your subtitle, right? The icon, we can do your application shortcut icon, and the typed, it is typed, and specify the typed share, okay? Next, user info. We don't want to have that because we don't have to use that. In your app, you may want to use the user info. That's good. And then after that, I will just count UI application dot shared application dot shortcut items is an array of shortcut item. Okay, in here, this array just have one shortcut item. All right. Otherwise, we don't have anything else. Then the shared action is an empty array. Cool. All right. Next, we must specify which photo that we want, or like the configure dynamic photo shortcut. How we should. Here I will use dynamics. How we should call this method. I will call this in the viewDidLoad of the photos table view controller. So let's have that. Photo.configure dynamic shortcut. Then when we call this, it means that the first time the app is ever launched. Then we'll call the photo.customize or configure dynamics shortcut, right? Then this one, it will create a shortcut item. Then we can have that. We can have the shortcut item. Now what we want to do is handle the shortcut item. It's the same thing in the handle shortcut item. But in this case, we want to increase or we want to add another case. So case io.ductran.ui table view demo dot share, because it is the key that we just specify the type of the shortcut item, right? Now what we want to do is self.share latest photo. Okay, so we want to display that method. We want to call that method. All right, so let's have this method below here. Func share latest photo, like that. So when we share the latest photo, first again, I will use let latest photo. To have the latest photo is photo.download all photos.first. And we also have the navigation controller is window.root view controller. Cast it as a UI navigation controller. Else we just return, gets out of the method. So this let in syntax it's like the if-else statement. If-let statement. But what it does is it's like a reverse. If the let, we do have the latest photo. If we do have the navigation controller, then we will continue. Otherwise, we just get out of this function. Return. Okay. Then I also have the identifier is photo view controller, because what we want to do is display this main.storyboard, not compose, but photo view controller. Over here, make sure that you have the storyboard ID to be photo view controller. Okay, so let's go back into app.appdelegate. Then we'll have photo view controller is UI storyboard with the name is main, bundle is nil.instantiate. View controller with identifier is identifier. Identifier like this, right? And again, we have to cast it as a photo view controller, like that. Cool. So we have the photo view controller, we cast it as a photo view controller. Then in this one, I will just specify the photo of the photo view controller. Photo view controller dot photo. Photo dot photo is latest photo. Cool. And then after that, we have photo view controller dot sharing equals true. So we know that we need to activate or we need to show up that activity view controller. I will show you that, okay? And then navigation controller dot push view controller, photo view controller, and the method is false. So let me show you the sharing. Click to this. The sharing here is by default it is false, but if it is true, okay, then we have let me see. All right, so in the view will it appear over here. We check if the sharing is true. If sharing, then we want to present the activity view controller, in which we just modally present the activity view controller like that. Okay, very cool, huh? So now let's run the project to see how it looks like. So when we run this, you will see that you will see that when we click into the latest photo, click to that, and it will display the activity view controller onto our navigation controller. The photo view controller on the navigation controller and the activity view controller. It will pop up and we can share the photo. Notice that this case I want to share the photo, right? So you can configure that in the activity view controller over here. I just create the photo, have the photo, and we have the image here, and we want to share the image. Okay, cool. So that's it for this video, guys. So I hope that you enjoyed this series. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to see how are you going to implement 3D touch in your app. So post your questions right down below as always, and share with me how are you going to use 3D touch in your app. So post your question in the comments section right down below and share with me how you are going to use 3D touch in your app. So as always, go out there every single day of your life, learn new things, craft your ideas, and contribute to the world. I'll see you in the next series.